They say the most beautiful sound in the world is the cry of a newborn baby. But somewhere in Southeast Asia, that same sound can make your blood turn cold. Because here the cry of a baby doesn't always mean life. Sometimes it means death is near. Imagine walking alone down a foggy road at night. The air is heavy, the streetlights flicker, and the forest around you hums with strange silence. Then out of nowhere you hear it. A baby crying. Weak, fragile, helpless. Your heart tightens. You can't help it. It's human nature where you want to help, so you follow the sound. But as you walk, something changes. The cry begins to distort. It sounds less like a baby, and more like something, pretending to be one. The wind grows colder. The smell of sweet jasmine fills the air, and then everything goes silent. That's when she appears. The Pontianak, the ghost of a woman who died during childbirth. A soul twisted by pain, grief, and rage. Her face pale as death, her eyes hollow. Her long black hair dripping with the scent of decay. She walks the night searching for vengeance and blood. They say she wasn't always a monster. Once she was just a woman. No one remembers her name. Some say she was a farmer's wife. Others say she was the daughter of a poor family in a quiet village. What everyone agrees on is how she died alone in agony, trying to bring life into this world. But instead of life, she met only darkness. The childbirth went wrong. She screamed for help, but no one came in time. Her body gave out. The child never cried. The husband, broken and desperate, buried her under a banana tree, a place the locals still avoid to this day. But grief like hers doesn't rest in peace. That night the moon turned red, and the wind carried a strange sound through the forest. It wasn't the cry of a baby, and it was the cry of something that had crossed back from death. From that moment, the Pontianak began to roam the earth, her soul twisted by sorrow, her beauty corrupted into horror. People in Malaysia and Indonesia learned to recognize her. Signs. First, the scent of jasmine, sweet, soft, almost comforting, until you realize it comes from nowhere. Then a sudden breeze of cold air. It moves through the trees, rattles the doors, and then comes the baby's cry. But the most terrifying sign of all is the silence that follows. Because when everything goes quiet, it means she's close enough to touch you. The Pontianak prefers to hunt men, especially cruel ones. Unfaithful husbands, abusers, those who've caused pain to women. Some call her the spirit of feminine vengeance. Others call her a curse of motherhood. She wears a long white dress stained with blood. Her skin is pale, stretched thin like wax. Her hair falls over her face, hiding her hollow eyes. When she smiles, her mouth splits from ear to ear, revealing sharp, jagged teeth. And then she screams, a high-pitched, inhuman wail that can stop your heart in an instant. People have vanished after hearing that sound. Travelers walking home at night, men who followed a baby's cry into the forest and never returned. Villagers find their clothes shredded, their hearts ripped from their chests, and the faint scent of jasmine still lingering in the air. Some say the Pontianak rips out her victims' hearts to fill the emptiness inside her, as if every heart she takes could bring her closer to the child she lost. Others say she feeds on blood, her nails piercing flesh like knives. There are even tales of her appearing at windows, smiling sweetly before vanishing into the dark. It's terrifying but also tragic, because deep down, she doesn't just seek revenge, she seeks what was taken from her. The love, the warmth, the chance to hold her baby one last time. Locals believe there are ways to protect yourself. The most well-known is the nail. If you drive a nail into the back of her neck, the Pontianak transforms back into a woman, calm, quiet, even gentle. In this human form, she can marry, live among people, even have children again. But the curse never truly dies. If anyone removes the nail, the monster returns. Other villagers believe the best defense is not to react. If you hear the cry, don't follow it. Don't look for the baby. Don't even turn around. Because the moment you acknowledge the sound, she knows you. Heard her. And then it's already too late. Despite being centuries old, the legend of the Pontianak still haunts modern life. She's been portrayed in films, books, and video games, but none truly capture the horror of what she represents. The embodiment of loss, the grief of a woman abandoned by life and forgotten by the world. In some parts of Malaysia, people still hang garlic salt or nails near their doors. In small villages, mothers tell their daughters not to walk alone at night, and on humid nights when the air smells too sweet, even the bravest men whisper prayers under their breath, because the Pontianak is more than a ghost. She's a reminder. A reminder that love, when torn apart by death, can twist into something darker, that pain can outlive the body, and that some wounds never heal and they simply change shape. The real terror of the Pontianak isn't her scream. It's her story. A mother's story. A woman whose only sin was dying in sorrow. A soul trapped between the living and the dead, searching endlessly for the baby she never got to hold. Every time someone hears a baby's cry in the distance, they remember her. Some claim to have seen her standing by banana trees, others near rivers or on rooftops, silently watching the world that left her behind. There's one chilling detail that survivors often mention. When they finally realized the sound of crying was moving away from them, it was already too late, because the quieter it gets, the closer she is. And when everything falls silent, she's standing right behind you. Perhaps that's why people still whisper her name with fear. Pontianak, the mother that death could not silence. Her tale endures because it touches something human in all of us, the fear of loss, the pain of separation, and the question of what happens when grief refuses to die. So next time you're alone at night, and the world feels too quiet, listen carefully. If the wind carries the faint scent of jasmine, don't follow it. Don't turn around. Because not every sound in the dark belongs to the living. Sometimes it's the echo of a mother's broken heart, still searching for her child in the shadows. And if you ever hear a baby's cry where no baby should be, remember this story and pray that silence never falls. Because when it does, she's already there.